X-Men, shall we assemble and play a video game variant of the laziest allegory in the history of comic books? How the hell are you, T-Boogie?
I'm doing fantastic, especially considering what we're going to play tonight.
Oh, man, one of the all-time classics. Back when Konami was, it had to be at least equal to Capcom in the beat-em-up department at that time. I'm still pretty fucking blown away at just how good some of those are and how well they've aged. Just think about the fucking roster of games Konami had at that time. Fucking Simpsons, all the Ninja Turtles beat-em-ups, all the Ninja Turtle fighting game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters, which is massively fucking underrated, by the way, and should have had an arcade release. I still have no fucking idea why Tournament Fighters never had an arcade release. But tonight, we are going to be playing probably one of their finest hours. It's interesting. If you play this game, it's kind of based on an outdated version of the X-Men. This video game is actually based on the original pilot for the X-Men cartoon show, which is called, you can actually watch it on YouTube, it's called X-Men Pride of the X-Men. And it was just a slightly different, like, dated sort of 80s-ish version of the X-Men. Different outfits, whatever. That's what this video game is, this arcade game. And by the way, we're not just going to play the arcade game. Speaking of Capcom, we are going to play one of the all-time Super Nintendo classics that goes sadly overlooked a lot of times. A game by the name of X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, which believe it or not, a little bit of trivia, was my very first video game on the Super Nintendo. Did you have a Super Nintendo growing up, T-Boogie?
Of course I did.
Did you? What was your first game on it?
Oh, God. You know what? I think it came with one. Am I thinking of... No, The Lion King came with my Genesis. What came with... I don't think any...
Oh, there were some good Disney games on the Genesis, it must be said.
Damn. Oh, man, it's been too long. I'd actually have to look through my collection to find out.
I desperately wanted Donkey Kong Country, as I've said in the past. And my parents were like, oh, he wants a Nintendo. Here's any random game. But luckily, it was a badass game. X-Men Mutant Apocalypse.
Somebody said it in the chat. Super Mario World.
Oh, it came with it?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever played all the way through Super Mario World.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, I think I jumped on the Super Nintendo thing a little too late. So, anyways, let's tear into this, shall we? T-Boogie will be playing with me, so, we'll do a big block of chats. This is a pretty short game.
Yeah.
This is a fairly short arcade game. So after we do the X-Men arcade game, I will play X-Men Mutant Apocalypse myself, and we will really tear through a lot of super chats, and then you guys can get going and whatever. We'll take a few breaks while we're playing the arcade game just to get through a few, but let's definitely do that.
Holy shit. Let's...
So, X-Men.
What's up? Kevin Michael von Magnum.
Yeah, Magnum is in the condom?
Sure. Says, he donates 50. Thank you very much, sir. With my 27th birthday tomorrow, I finally got my tax return after accidentally paying over $3,500 on what was supposed to be a tax of 0.
Wow.
And a standard federal return. Moral of the story, have a savings account and taxation is theft. Yes.
It is indeed, actually. Store all your money under your mattress! Guns don't kill people. The government does.
Fucking Streamlabs decided to close again. God damn it.
Oh.
I swear if I lost any of that.
Folks, this is gonna be fun. Oh, do please make sure we can see everything. Oh, man. I think the first time I played this was in a Peter Piper pizza. As you do. Of course, this being a Konami game, I'm sure we'll be copyright claimed to shit for this.
Yeah, go ahead and let the intro play so I know.
Yeah. Remember how long we had to wait for this to be fucking released on Xbox Live Arcade? Remember that shit?
Yeah, I did actually buy it on Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah, it was pretty good on it, actually. Oh, Chrome logos. What did I say in one of our earliest episodes, the Abraxas Guardian of the Universe review? Only the greatest things can have Chrome embossed 80s logos.
Just as a reminder, please read some of the earlier first super chats when we get to them, because
I'll try and tear through them before we start, actually, so we don't...
actually, yeah, because
Yeah.
Streamlabs decided to be a cunt
Okay,
again.
what was the very first one for you?
It was somebody requesting an Oingo Boingo mythos.
Oh, that is... Bro, that is the very first one.
Yeah, but it's not on my list.
Oh.
So,
Thoughts on Oingo Boingo would make a great mythos. I don't give a shit. Miss Eve?
Woohoo! Love that.
That's a no for me.
the first one on my new list is from the last, so read up to him.
Okay, then that's only like 3. Sketch Stevens, Rageaholic Cinema, Daredevil Director's Cut. I would like to do a Rageaholic Cinema on Daredevil. I really like the Director's Cut, even though it's still a flawed film, but it's better. Along with Kingdom of Heaven, that is one of those movies where the Director's Cut makes a dramatic, like, Pelosi facelift fucking difference. The Neon Outlaw, evening gents, moving to Avondale soon. Any thoughts on the area? Buy a gun. Learn how to shoot with it. Avondale used to be slightly nicer. Not so much now, but hey, at least you're not in California, so there's that. Only Caleb. Who am I? Who am I? Is that's seriously your question? You're a fantastic Jackie Chan movie. And that brings us to the last. So now we're caught up, brother. Okay, cool. Are you ready, sir?
Ready.
And you know damn well I'm going to be Colossus. You know damn well. All Colossus and Nightcrawler, the dream team.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
It's a shame this isn't the widescreen version.
This is a 4-player game, by the way, Eve. You could play with us.
She's busy. She's busy giving people shit on social media.
Exactly. You guys.
Go and save the city.
Oh, yes. And yes, Colossus is one of the core members of the fucking team. 90s cartoon. Fucking not including Colossus. The pilot episode did have Colossus as a core member of the team. Okay.
And then he
We
got
need to fill our
down
quota.
Then he got bumped down to guest star. He was in like 2 episodes.
He's in, like 2 different episodes, maybe. Never mind what happened to Psylocke. Like, what's she in? Like a 2-parter?
Yeah, I think.
With Archangel and all that bullshit? Ah!
They hit each other.
Yeah, they sure did.
I can't think of how many times I've gotten them to actually do that.
Huh?
I said I can't think of how many times I've actually gotten them to do that.
Yeah. Cannon to the left of them! Cannon to the right of them! Ha. Whoa! Take your big compensatory 90s gun.
Now, do we let him say the entire line or do we interrupt him?
What? X-Men?
No. What's his name?
Nothing moves the blob. Would that be? Is
no,
Blob
he-
first or is it Pyro first?
It's Pyro.
Okay.
I will turn you to toast.
Is that seriously what he says?
Yes, it's what he said.
I thought he just said Pyro.
No. No. Bloody Aussie.
It's hilarious too. In the X-Men pilot, Wolverine has a fucking Australian accent.
Yeah, what was up with that? They got the characters mixed up or
They
something?
did. They got the characters mixed up. Pyro was supposed to have the Australian accent.
Oh, hear it. Now, listen.
He did. He was gonna say Pyro.
It says Pyro will turn you to
How did I
toast.
not add a notification, by the way? I've meant to for the longest time. I literally have the GIF and the sound clip. And I've never done it for some reason. Yes! Wildy is here. Oh!
I don't think he hit us once.
Did he? I don't know. He got burned into oblivion. I've got a fever, and the only cure is more.
Yeah, there's somebody must have uploaded the sound files. I'll find that later and
Yo, you're
and
damn
rip
right. X-Men.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite theme from this.
That's good stuff.
Junkyard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Ow.
Suck it.
Remember the days when Konami tried?
Remember the days when Konami made video games? Alright,
Yeah.
there we go.
Your son is chewing on my shoelaces, by the way.
You have it coming. Ah!
Ah. Oh, what?
Whoa.
That was bullshit, chat. You saw that. The laser had already been fired, and I got hit out of the air.
Do it! Oh!
Ow.
The blue flame. There we go. Okay. I think after this stage, maybe just read a couple.
Sure.
We won't linger over much on the super chats because we'll do a great big goddamn block when we get to X-Men Mutant Apocalypse at the end of this. It's a very short arcade game, folks. So don't worry. All right. I do love there's fucking decapitations in this game, albeit robot decapitations.
They have to be robots.
Robots. Just like foot soldiers.
Remember in the first episode of the TMNT cartoon?
Yeah. Oil.
Oil?
What's
Fucking
that?
Raphael stabs a dude, and
Yeah.
it's a foot soldier, and
This-
he's like, oil?
This from a cartoon adaptation of a comic where they murder the living shit out of the Shredder in the first fucking issue.
How long has the Shredder been dead? I mean, my God, they killed him.
1984.
Jesus Christ.
The same year, the Democratic Party's politics are stuck.
Buzzing.
Ah!
Ah! Come here. Oop.
Whoa.
Yeah. Flip kick. Flip kick. Sorry, I meant to say flash kick.
Go.
Flash kick. You see me crouching in the corner, waiting. Flash kick. Flash kick.
Woo.
I just need to do a sonic boom.
Oh, you just rocket fisted my ass
Eh,
from
eh,
behind. Whoa!
eh.
Make rocket fist go now. Gadoosh! Fuck you. Get your ass in a headlock.
Oh, and now they're mobile.
We really should do like a full-blown, like 4-player shindig with this game at some point.
Ah!
We don't have the 6-player version.
Oh, you can find it.
Yeah, I'm sure. But 4-player will do.
It's
Wasn't it just awesome when you ran into like a, a laundromat or a pizza parlor or something and
crap.
they had this fucking game?
Ow.
Whew.
It's pretty common to find the arcade cabinet for this.
Oh,
but
yeah, it's all over the place.
It's not. It is pretty rare though to find the big one, and you know which one I'm talking about. The
Of
one
course.
that had the sunken-in screen and the
Right.
6-player.
Even rarer to find one where the monitor isn't completely fucking obliterated. Whoa!
Yeah, they weren't the best quality, so they're just old.
Konami, not the best quality. Are you sure?
Here we
Whoa,
go.
I just got electro fucking shocked. Ow!
Nothing.
Apparently,
moves
absolutely
the
nothing
fruity.
Oh, got him. Yeah, punch him right in the head, Colossus, while he's utterly defenseless. Ah! I was punching him directly in his great big obese penis. I mean, he's got fucking Hillary cankles going on here. You get him a pantsuit and a few fucking tremors, put him on a Stairmaster. He could run for president and lose.
See, they didn't. The creators of the pilot episode knew nothing about X-Men.
Ah!
It's pretty clear that Konami didn't know anything either.
Well, this is
Like
based-
Emma Frost is throwing like energy bolts.
See, that's not true. They literally got Stan Lee to do the voiceover for the pilot, But I think it was the animation guys or something that didn't.
Holy!
No! I was gonna bore him.
Oh, I
That's some
flash
bullshit.
kicked him to death.
Did you?
Yeah.
Little guile action.
X-Men.
X-Men. Magneto.
I don't step on toes. I step on necks.
Chuck Norris. All right.
Pause it here.
Oh yeah, let's read a couple. Oh, you are about to get dicked in every hole, by the way.
It looks like they're saying Nightcrawler, and they're just around me.
I know. I feel like there should be a Brazzers logo right, right underneath that. Right.
Somebody could probably screen cap this and just do that. Put it. Send it to Razor on Twitter. Let's just zoom in here. And decouple this because I can't bring it over. The last
It's hard
says,
enough for him to read English.
Hey, Razor, do you think the West in both video game and comics will one day bring back beautiful female characters, or is that only gonna be in Japan now?
What? If by the West you only mean America, then that's a different story. But if by the West you mean the entire Western comic industry, which includes the European comic industry, which is bigger and more profitable than both Japan and America, then they already do. French comics are completely politically incorrect, which is weird because France is cucked into the ninth dimension. Like they are cucked back to fucking front, folks. But their comics are not. You know, it's clearly some form of escape for the French people. It's just panacea for the masses a little bit. So French comics are totally over the top. It's great stuff.
Gary Wendigo says, "What are we going to see on your channel first? Metal Mythos Avenged Sevenfold, top 10 reasons you should buy a PS4, or a full-on Bernie Sanders endorsement?"
Well, who doesn't need a good waffle iron? There's congratulations. I just made the recommendations for the PS4 video. God, which one would happen first? Oh, God. Well, Avenged Sevenfold, because at least they've got good guitar solos that were stolen from Judas Priest. So there's that.
Well, there you go.
Cicero, come here. Come here, bud. Come here, Stinky.
Get up.
Liberty Prime.
I got my pup in my lap now.
Liberty Prime says, "Evening Razor and his pet dog, and Cicero.
He's bumping the mic now, folks.
Sorry I haven't been able to donate in a while. It's okay, man. Been saving up for a new duty weapon in a SIG
Ooh.
P229 in 357.
Oh, nice. 357, good caliber.
I didn't realize it came in 357. Merlin's Jester says, Is Razor Jim in the mail yet? Also, is Terran a cow?
Now this is pod racing.
Good timing.
Press C for Cicero. Well done, people.
I think they're talking about Razor Worm. Many people have been calling for Razor Worm to be an emo
Earthworm Fist.
Earthworm.
Which was badass. I never did see the finished product, but
I was on the stream.
right.
Yeah.
But that that was so fucking cool when he did that. I had a lot of fun last night on the stream with Doug there. I'm like can't believe how he just destroyed his goal. What was it ultimately over 700,000?
Something like that. I remember him saying it was like at 6:40 when we like in the middle of the stream, and by that 3-hour mark that went by before it ended, he was well over 700,000.
And I'm not saying anything out of school here, but he, rights issues and everything else. Apparently this is far and away the most he will ever make off of the Earthworm Jim character, up to and including like his prime when he was this huge, video game sensation in it. That is so cool to fucking hear. That now, like, he can just, purely by the sweat of his own brow and his own creativity on his own schedule, he can make a shitload more than he ever could through some third-party ass-backward fucking corporate cucks that run all the major publishers and own all the developers invariably. That is just so badass.
Mark Sheets donates.
Let's do like 2 or 3 more and then tear back into it.
Yeah. Mark Sheets donates $1 but doesn't say anything, but it's appreciated.
Godspeed.
Mercenary X says, "Hey guys, nice you on again tonight and making my night better. I know Doug had to leave, but I've got a question to ask. What happened to all the Streamlabs from last night? I know you guys did not get the last 3. If you got to them, then never mind. No, after
We got 'em.
After Doug left, we
tore through it.
Yeah, we tore through it while he played some Earthworm Jim with Miss Eve.
Yes, sir.
Son of Angron says, thoughts on X-Men Dark Phoenix's box office flop.
Was it a flop?
I don't know. I didn't keep track.
I mean, the Fox X-Men movies lasted way longer than their shelf life. Let's be real here, people. You know, they'd every so often they'd make some gimmicky attempt. Hey, we're gonna adapt this famous story, like they did with Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Or and Dark Phoenix was just the latest of that. Before that, they did Apocalypse, which was terrible, and he looked like fucking Ivan Ooze. And
God, Apocalypse was so bad.
I mean, I think for most people probably haven't watched any X-Men film after the third one, which was so bad it shook.
Go bite.
Cicero. No.
Could you call him?
Cicero.
Yeah. So he's biting people over here.
Come Cicero.
He's got that hot Italian temper.
Yeah.
Sit. Sit, boy.
Oh, you unplugged yourself. Hold on. Let me listen.
All right, we're good. Let me make
you're
sure.
all plugged in?
Yeah, I'm here.
We'll do one more.
Yeah, one more, and then we're tearing into it.
Mark Sheeks donated again. I guess he doesn't know how to type in the message, but thank you very much for donating. Filipino White Boy says, that was cool finding out that you liked Cowboys of Moo Mesa. The arcade game from Konami is good too.
Yeah,
You should play it with Taryn and on Razor Arcade.
Yeah, the game's badass. The game is really badass. Yet another example of what we were talking about with like these kick-ass Konami beat-em-ups. You ready?
Ready, sir.
All right.
Oh God, I got it. Like Brazzers.
You did.
Thank you.
You knew that's what was called for there. Oh! Yes! Colossus is just an absolute Chad in this fucking game. Whoa! And fucking Leatherhead from Ninja Turtles is in here. Just directly in the dick. Just punching him directly in the dick.
Oh no, he's back.
Oh, nice. Nightcrawler's pretty boss in this too, I must say. Poor Cyclops and Dazzler never get any love. Especially Dazzler.
Especially Dazzler.
Oh, yes!
I remember her. She was only in one episode of the X-Men cartoon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
One too many.
Where she was flirting with Cyclops, of course.
Yeah? What in the ass? Remember that from the fucking cartoon? Just giant fucking
Well, there was a bunch of weird
mutant plants and shit.
There was a bunch of weird shit in the Savage Land.
Was there? I don't remember I remember hating the Savage Land episodes.
Dude, there were dinosaurs.
Burp!
Oh, it's just got guns.
Use
too.
your
Okay.
Nightcrawler shit. Do it. Good man.
Remember Nightcrawler doing that in the cartoon?
Well, it's kind of a teleport, sort of.
Sort of.
Not really.
Oh, no bite.
Punch his ass! Oh, okay. There we go. You're helpless before my tiny red panties. Remember, children, The larger the Russian, the tinier the swimming trunks. What? Cicero. Whoops. I was...
No.
Oh.
He's okay.
He does that when you pull him.
Oh, here we go. Listen.
By his baby fat.
By his baby fat.
Listen now.
Oh, here we go! There's the money shot. What in the fuck kind of horrible discount Jim Henson Creature Shop characters?
Where the hell?
So if you're a villain in X-Men, do you just have to shout your name repeatedly? Is that pretty much the idea?
I mean, why
here?
not?
I mean, it's good for brand recognition, I suppose. Ooh, nice. All right.
Did
let's
not
see
time
here.
that well.
Oh. Ooh, right in the ass. Of course, Ultimate Colossus says that in a very different context. Brian K. Vaughan is the hackiest hack to ever hack a hacky sack for that bullshit. Colossus meat-gazing Wolverine in the fucking shower. What the fuck was that?
Go and rescue Kitty from the cave.
I flash kicked him to death again. That's twice now.
Go help her, useless ass. You know, of all the people who would have to be rescued from a cave, I would think the girl who can phase through solid objects would probably be
Yeah.
pretty low on the
I
list.
forget even how he does it. Like, he's got, like, a magnetic cage or something that keeps her in.
Does he? He's got patriarchy powers. That's what it...
He's literally oppressing her.
He drops her into the wage gap. Whoa! In the back of the fucking head.
Ow.
You know, that shouldn't hurt me that much. I am made of fucking metal. I don't want to get too persnickety here, but, I'm basically a great big meat robot. I don't want to linger on the technicalities here. This game has the dude with the like tank legs. What's that guy's name? I had
they're Reavers or something.
I had the toy of that guy. Is there a lamer X-Man than Cannonball, by the way? There was a whole fucking comic, which I hated, where it was just Cannonball versus Gladiator.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Like,
How did that pair up happen?
white bread versus a glass of room temperature water. Like, just fucking boredom personified. I remember I got it. I was like home sick, was home with the flu, and I was like, I was really young, and my mom went to like a Circle K or something, and they still had a comic rack over there because it was the mid-90s.
I just realized these things breathe fire too.
Right?
They're just alligator men that breathe fire.
Holy shit!
That's canon though, right?
Goblins. But yeah, anyway, she asked me to, she said, oh, you can pick out a comic because you don't feel good. So, there was only one X-Men comic, and it was that one, and it turned out to be dog shit. I think it was
Wow.
drawn by Joe Mad.
So what you're saying is it made you sicker.
It did. That or the clearly Canadian that I ingested. Right in the ass!
Wait, did you say clearly
Colossus, ass puncher.
Canadian? Did you just say clearly Canadian?
Yeah!
Dude, they made a comeback.
If you call that a comeback.
Like, I've been trying to order some. That shit's expensive.
Why?
It's like good.
It's like ordering Zima. What are you doing?
I had Zima too when they brought that back.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Fucking Nimrod.
You're like one of those people who is petitioning for Blossom on DVD.
Ew.
Ah, shit!
That's going too far.
Man.
Man, Nimrod did
This is
not.
oh
age-
yeah, this is Nimrod.
Fucking Nimrod did not age well. I mean, how do you bring this character back and not have everyone just laugh at him? The Super Sentinel from the future, Nimrod.
Right? Oh! And he's got like a little you know, the magic trolls with the jewels on their belly button. He's like got that going on.
Ugh. Yeah, look, she was in like some sort of thing.
Wow, she's got a gigantic
Personality?
yes.
See that back kick? Yeah.
So oh shit.
Oh shit. Ah. Ow.
Those green sentinels are like normal sentinels, only they cost twice as much and pollute twice as much.
They've got diesel engines. Oh my god, I fell off the cliff.
It's like recycling. Whoa!
Thank you.
Yes! Few problems cannot be solved by burp!
Jump on your ass.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a Green New Deal. Ass punch! All right. There's a lot of surprise elevators. Yeah.
Yeah. Now look at this shit.
You're a shitty Morrison Stanton character. And I'm tired of the X-Men focusing on you all the time.
Like, are they mentals? Like, Psyblades? Like, Psylocke
What are you
has?
talking
Or-
about?
She throws energy bolts, but they come from her mind. So, yeah, see?
Ugh. What a shitty character.
But at least it's accurate enough for where she doesn't have her secondary mutation.
Ugh.
The diamond thing.
Fucking Mary Sue mutation. There we go. Fucking doublemint sentinels over here. Come on now. Why are they like in jazzercise outfits? Like oh shit. These guys kind of look like Metroid a little bit. Whoops. Kind of a Samus thing going on.
Yeah, kind of, actually.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Before the dark times. Before the
Actually
zero.
zapped
Before
off.
the zero suit.
Actually zapped off screen there. Ah.
Burp!
Yeah, Super Sentinel.
What? I forgot.
Yeah, they are
Oh.
Reavers.
Sounded like you said beavers there. Did you hear, by the way, what the guy from Tool said upon hearing that Justin Bieber is a fan?
No, what?
He just said that's a shame.
No! Slap to the face.
Yeah. The pot paging the kettle.
What's worse?
Whoa.
What's worse than the Juggernaut?
Oh, shit. What?
What's worse than the Juggernaut?
Colossus as the Juggernaut?
The Juggernaut with a bazooka.
Yeah, no shit. Wait, did he really need the bazooka? Was that really necessary? By the way, one of my favorite Uncanny X-Men issues, this is an 80s issue though, so I don't have to feel bad about liking it, is the bar fight between Juggernaut and Colossus. where literally by the end of it, they're throwing like walls of buildings at each other.
Yeah, when you said bar fight, I assumed they were throwing bars at each other.
He literally, at a certain point, drops the bar on Colossus. He lifts the bar up out of the ground and drops it on his head.
Follow me.
It is glorious. Good issue. Haha! Whoa!
I just teleport, fuck you.
I know, what a dick! Like, fuck your shit. Then again, I am a meat robot.
Move on. Oh, that was 2 levels. We should probably,
Oh yeah, we should probably, before we deal with the fucking Silver Surfer Sentinels.
There we go. Here's a good place.
Alright, sweet.
Alright, let me just...
I'm about to get blowtorched, by the way. That's nice. That's neat.
Where did I leave off?
Wait, why didn't Nightcrawler teleport to kick her ass? I don't know. He was too busy praying or something? I don't...
Here we are. Troom says, I
They
swear
don't
to
talk
God.
about his Catholicism much anymore, do they?
I swear to God, if the Colossus scream isn't a notification, you're all fired.
I know.
Liberty Prime. You have to do a Metal Mythos for Sabaton. We're dying to know if the Wing Hussars ever arrive.
Actually, I have that album in the car right now.
Filipino White Boy. The next time you do the FU I was right dance, you should show us your best flossing technique. By the way, what happened to your... I almost read that as Assassin's Creed. Your Ace Combat 7 stream.
Ace Combat 7 stream, isn't it up?
I don't know.
I didn't do anything with it. I don't think it was copyright claimed. It might have been. I mean, you never know with modern day YouTube, but I don't think it was taken down. Where the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it might. Yeah, it must have been copyright claimed.
Oh, you can still catch it on BitChute.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Dark Wizard says, Razor, I know you love the Mauser C96,
Uh-huh.
but are there any
With a
modern
flagrant ardor that banishes all fear.
Are there any modern pistols you're a fan of? I myself am a huge fan of the Beretta 92 FS.
I mean, you would sort of have to define modern. I'm not a big machine pistol guy, as you guys know. I'm more of a revolver guy. That's one of the reasons I like the Mauser C96 is because it's kind of it's an automatic pistol, but it shoots very much and has certain characteristics that are similar to revolvers because it was a transitional firearm between, revolvers and what would later be, the proper slide automatic pistol as exemplified by, the 1911 and such. That's why I like it. It's even got a wooden grip. You know what I mean?
You guys want a super modern pistol? Look up the M2011. It's a sequel to the 1911.
Right.
It's literally a double-barreled 1911.
Made in the current century, you say? Ooh, the Rhino's a pretty cool little revolver. I like that. I
Rhino
have to
Judge.
say, I dig it. Is that from this century? Was that designed this century, or is it from?
I believe it was
20th? I don't know, but it's pretty cool. The Judge is kind of neat, although the shotgun pellets thing is dumb. I don't know why they added that.
The Triple Crown is cool. And we'll do 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more, and then we'll.
Uzi Patrol. Welcome back, Razor and TG. Do you think the MLB is juicing the ball?
Well, I mean, they basically admitted it. Well, they didn't admit they were. Bob Manfred, though, it's so obvious. By the way, neener fucking neener to all the people who were like, the ball's not juiced, it's just blah, blah, blah. It totally fucking is. Something's going on. Bob Manfred says we didn't do it intentionally. But it's pretty fucking obvious that there's something going on. To the point where he actually had to address it. And they actually, during the All-Star game, they took time out of the goddamn game to fucking talk about it. Hold on a second. I'll just mute you, because you're loud. I think that's what's going on. You don't hear any echo? Well, whatever. But yeah, like they're totally. I don't know if it's intentionally juiced. I suspect it's intentionally juiced. Let's just say that, because for years and fucking years they've been trying to take the advantage away from the pitchers. I remember like a good 15, 20 years ago they were moving all the fences in at all the ballparks. I mean, they spent a lot of money to do that. It would be relatively simple to simply alter whether it's the tightness of the leather around the ball or messing with the core of it or whatever the fuck it is. It'd be relatively simple and comparatively inexpensive. So I absolutely think they're juicing it. I mean, you got a guy who's 195 pounds who's on pace to possibly hit 60 home runs this season. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy weighs like 10 more pounds than I do, and he's on pace to hit 60 home runs. That is Looney Tunes. But yeah, anyway, continue. Oh, one more.
Actually, the next three are just comments, so I can just say them real quick. JD Casey says, "Don't save the city. The SJW live there. Let it burn." And Beef says, "I'm a huge fan of Colossus as well." And then Deplorabology says, "Just bought an authentic copy of Earthbound today."
Oh, sweet!
And
It's so weird to think how valuable that's gotten, considering it's one of those games that I was like tripping over when I was a kid. You know, I confess I was never the biggest Earthbound fan, but I did like it. And it was just one of those games that you would always have friends who had it. And, oh, shit!
I didn't mean to hit that button. Think it's clear on this side? They're coming from behind!
Loosen up! Oh! Headlock!
Who built this?
Yeah,
This
right?
flamethrower is in front of a pit.
It's the ancient cyberpunk Aztecs. Alright, boss. I must say, pretty good soundtrack, too, on the game.
Oh, yeah.
Konami were never known for having the best soundtracks. But they got some winners, especially during this era.
Yeah.
What was this game from, like 1990?
I want to say 92, 93.
Yeah, something like that. Whoa! What the fuck? Ah! NPCs! Orange Man bad!
Ah!
Get over here with your great big
Crap.
David Bowie moose knuckle. Get
Screw
over
it.
here.
I hit everyone but him. Damn it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Damn it! Fucker, come here.
Get over here.
I hate you. I hate everything about you. Good.
Like the major always says.
Information is ammunition.
Surprisingly appropriate. Do it. All right. Gadoosh! Man, he took some fucking punishment. That was like 20 successive cock punches.
That's another screen cap somebody needs to do. Just all the X-Men wailing on this robot on the ground, and you
Right.
put like the recording border and red dot in the corner,
Oh, what the fuck is this?
and title it "Before the LA Riots." I never understood this.
It's kind of ripped off from the Superman cartoon from the 30s. A little bit. The Max Fleischer cartoon.
I thought it had something to do with like Apocalypse, but I guess not.
No.
I
I mean, it could, but no, I don't think so.
I think these things do turn out just to
In
be
fact,
robots.
did Apocalypse even have the Egyptian origin at that point?
You know, I don't know.
It was later on that they gave him that.
Yeah,
I
he's
know.
one of those characters they added onto as it went.
Yeah, initially his gimmick was, hey, I got purple lips, yo. I can...
Like, I remember him being, you know, the epitome of evil, and he was born to, you know, fittest of the...
He was born this way.
Survival of the fittest and whatever. And then they changed it again to where his father was Baal, and his father, like, just tortured him and shit.
Oh! Wouldn't that be Bale?
Bale? Ball? I forget how it's pronounced or said.
Oh, shit.
I'm here
You're
too.
damn right. All that situation called for was a solid dose of X-Men.
don't like mayonnaise.
Just letting you know.
You're driving me insane.
How have we not set that?
Give me your best Charles Xavier scream. Do it. Do it.
I'm trying to remember it. Hold on.
No, Sabretooth. Don't break our psychic link.
There's a little more horse in there.
A little bit.
But
All right.
now I've got some homework to do. I've got to rip Colossus, and
You
I've got to.
You need to rip Colossus.
I've gotta find a
like
nice-
North Star in the Ultimate version.
I've got to find a nice DVD rip of that episode of the Xavier screen, because all the stuff that's on YouTube is just VHS shit.
Whoa. Skull punching. Whoa. Do it. Oh, shit. There we go.
Damn robots.
The mandatory. I can't believe it's not the Technodrome stage.
Yeah. No,
Every
this is,
beat 'em up has it.
This
Every
is Asteroid M.
right.
He really did just.
Did he
lump
have
everything.
the acolytes at this point?
The acolytes? No.
Which, by the way, Colossus wound up being an acolyte in the comics.
And it's so sad. I have not read the X-Men comic in like 2 years.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Like from 2008 to 2010, it was pretty good. I loved X-Force. But then
you
after
know,
that, it fell off so hard.
I have pretty much the whole Avengers X-Men crossover, and I haven't read panel 1 of it.
Now, if I remember correctly, don't move ahead too far. Because that
'cause
happens. Stay to the left of the screen.
You wind up getting double donged.
Yeah. Or triple dong. I think it's possible to get all the dongs.
Come on, bitch. They're a little weaker, though.
Yeah, they all have like half health.
Like the American beer of bosses. Oh, shit! You little prick. Oh, fuck!
Yeah, that's one. That's two.
Colossus and Nightcrawler is the dream team. It's not Colossus and Wolverine or whatever the fuck.
Nope.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
move. Too far. Let her come to us.
Suck it, Stripperella. Somewhere Grant Morrison is beating the top 3 layers of skin off his cock.
Crap.
They're weaker, don't worry about it. He said as he died. Fuck y'all. Whoa! We are gonna get triple donged. And once you go Juggernaut, it's physically impossible to go back.
Yeah. Ask She-Hulk.
Oh, shit. Excuse me, sir, we have gun control here, sir. Oh!
Just ban all the guns.
Right?
That'll fix the problem.
Just ban Gem of Siderax. It's common sense Siderac control. Whoa. I'm sure it'll be just this easy.
Hey, Magneto, why aren't you using any of your powers?
There we go. Ah! And he didn't welcome us to die, is my... You know, where have the supervillain manners gone? That's the real question here. Oh, fuck!
And he's got kicks for days.
He really does. It's like he's wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. All right.
I am Magneto.
Master of Magnet.
X chicken.
I'm just saying, with that Nightcrawler Colossus ass shot, apparently they do the Suzanne Summers Thigh Master shit. They don't miss the squats. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it! I totally just did a fucking double axe handle smash on this dude. Holy fuck. Ah! Started up the shield! Like, he's got all these crazy powers, and then Colossus just walks up and punches him in the dick. Like, just
Chicken.
fuck your shit. Oh man, that sucked. Goddamn right. You're powerless before the onslaught of burp. You're dead. Thank God for X-Chicken. Come on, bitch. Just try and withstand my burp. Oh, fuck. Ow. I do not remember Magneto being able to shoot lightning. Yeah! Right in the womb. Okay, and that's the end. Correct?
Correct. It's
Okay.
not like a AVP where it's like, oh, we won.
Yeah.
No, wait, the it just keeps going.
Very short game. X-Men succeed to rescue Professor and return to Earth with the victory. Great! We obtained the victory.
Bring home the victory, boys.
Oh, hey, look, a bunch of comic panels you can't read. Of course, that's a familiar posture for you. One of the best beat-em-ups ever made. Definitely a shoo-in for possibly the best. It must be said. What would you say is your favorite beat-em-up?
It is a
Is
tie.
it this? Because this would be... I may just say this.
It's a tie between this and Simpsons.
I have a pure nostalgia vote. I loved Ninja Turtles 3 Manhattan Project for NES. But that's only because it was one of the first games. I think it was the first beat 'em up I ever played.
TMNT Turtles. that as
Many
well.
fond memories of that. Glorious chromium embossed logo.
Of course, Final Fight and Streets of Rage as well.
All right, folks. So that's X-Men, and now we can actually get to more of your super chats, and I will play X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, which is a very fucking underrated game, gang. I love this game.
Oh, here, actually, you can unplug me.
What's up?
Who's first?
Let's see here.
Oh, here we go. John Ski says, will Hillary run again in 2020? No.
I don't think Hillary's running much of anywhere.
Yeah, she's...
You get her a couple of spotters, she might shamble.
Evil Dead donates 20. Thank you very much. Watching you guys play this gives me memories of my childhood back when I played this at my local arcade.
Many pizza parlor memories.
With that nostalgia aside, what would you want out of a new X-Men beat 'em up? Thanks for the nostalgia and Godspeed.
I don't know. You want to make sure this is capturing. Oh, this is a classic. Got it? We all good?
I can see it. I'm trying to hear it.
It might be a little quiet. I don't know. It's very quiet right now. Yeah, let's try and hear it here. Just make sure the sound's all right. I don't want you guys to be
It's very low.
very low. Let me see if I can bring that up real quick. I will bring up the volume level. And... okay. A little better? No?
No.
Okay. It's got a good soundtrack. I want to get that soundtrack in there, so let's make sure we got that real quick. I think I'll just crank up. There we go. Okay. How's that?
Better.
A little
Much
better?
Yeah.
All right. And you can hear me okay? It's not drowning me out or anything?
Yeah.
Boss.
You clearly hear you over it.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, what would we want in a new X-Men beat 'em up? I would like it to be like Ultimate Alliance with a huge cast, but purely X-Men, of course.
No, I would want the combat to be deepened a bit. I would want a smaller cast, and I would want the combat to be a little more deep. None of this, hey, you've got 4 mutant powers that you can equip at any given time, and then you've got a punch and a heart attack. Nah. You can do better than that.
You know what I really want is an X-Force game. Small cast, maybe 6 characters, and they're all just like that, really unique. Stealth attacks, sneak up, kill a bitch. Just,
Right.
oh, I want that. I need that.
Okay. Cyclops has to fight a train. Way to strain yourself, Cyclops.
Howling Fang says,
Ooh. My
Oh,
girl just
Church's.
got Church's chicken.
Howling Fang, are you sure you guys got to all the super chats yesterday? I don't think you got to mine.
I think we did. We got to...
Yeah,
I mean,
we
all
got
the ones
to
we saw.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a vote real quick. Who should I play as? Foist. You have to play as everyone ultimately. How about the
2
soundtrack,
Gambits,
by the
2
way?
Psylocks, Gambit, Cyclops, Beast, Gambit, Psylocke, Gambit, Wolverine.
Looks like a lot of Gambit.
Thank you. Yes, overwhelmingly.
Gambit
more
winning?
Gambits. Yep. Gambit
All right,
winning.
mon ami. Let's do it.
And thank you. And we'll do Psylocke second.
Whoa. All right, let's do this. Whoa. Fucking
Ruben Burke says, kick movie Bob's S. I think he was talking about Blob. We did. Twice. Stealth Creation says, with Tommy Robinson protests starting off, London PD literally blocking protesters from their speaking podium, nearly causing clash.
Whoa, shit.
Does protest add anything to your thoughts on PD, like with Oldham riots?
I mean, look, the police are unionized, and they are big names in terms of union politics. You know, cops are always, honestly, cops are not the though the media likes to portray them as such, they're not the right-wing fanatics that they're portrayed as. They're really not. It's maybe on a personal level, a lot of them are, but especially in terms of leadership and certainly politically and in terms of strategy, they're overwhelmingly going to be not just leftist, but like activist leftist. So you saw that in Portland for fucking certain. I know Portland is having... It's a different story between the foot soldiers and the leadership, of course. I know Portland is having difficulties actually recruiting new police officers because all new recruits are looking at this shit and saying, what the fuck would I even be signing up for? Can I? Where's he at? Yeah, I knew that was over there. There we go. Let's get some healing here.
Any other thoughts?
Not really.
Okay. Parlock says, do you think AOC will be a one-term rep? God,
I think if people start fucking ignoring her, I think she will be. Absolutely. I mean, she's gonna have incumbent advantage, but no more than the person she beat did. You know, I really don't think... I think that's one of the reasons she's putting herself at the forefront of all these things. She understands she has no brand, and she kind of eked out a victory there. So she's trying to make herself an indispensable part of the political conversation. She can't do it through her own merit, so she's doing it through controversy. And, you know, people need to stop playing into her hands. All right, extra life. There we go. Ooh.
Darth Draken says, hi, Razor, TG, even Cicero.
Boom!
Did you hear that New York had a blackout on the anniversary of the 1977 blackout?
I didn't.
Thoughts? Also,
How
no
long?
Motorhead.
It must not have been very long. There we go.
Oh, and he just said, also, no Motorhead. We play Motorhead plenty of times.
Whoa.
William Sova says, hey, Razor and T-Bookie, not gonna lie, with how Konami has been, I'm kind of surprised they never did a beat-em-up spin-off of the Castlevania series.
Yeah, kind of odd.
That would be cool.
Whoa. There we go.
Hell's Fury says, hey, Razor, I wanted to ask you about your thoughts on a specific 90s comic, DC's
What's that?
Kingdom Come. It is one of my favorites, and I know it's a very flawed, mainly due to Mark Waid being a writer in it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Kingdom Come. I think it's hugely overrated. It's carried by the art. Not a fan. Whoa. Cool, some cool ideas. There are some cool ideas in it, but no, I don't. And it, you know, it also, hey, here's another alternate reality because DC didn't have enough of those. You know what I mean? It created more continuity problems, which ultimately led to Infinite Crisis, which I thought was a massive steaming piece of shit, and was written. I mean, basically, Dan DiDio came right out and admitted they wrote Infinite Crisis entirely, I mean, obviously to sell books too, but mainly to correct editorial problems, which is such a terrible reason to write a story. Like, say what you want about House of M or Civil War or whatever, you know, Mark Millar, Brian Michael Bendis, clearly they had an idea, like a concept that they were inspired to write that story. Whoa. Nice. We are hijacking this helicopter. Gonna drop Omega Red out of it.
The airplane says, does Earthworm Fist Sabaton his Sabaton?
I have no idea what that means.
Hell's Fury.
All right, what next?
Oh, Psylocke was the one.
Psylocke was number 2?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's do it. Kind of bullshit she's in this, but Colossus isn't.
Hell's Fury. Read Superman Last Son of Earth by Steve Gerber. I haven't read it. Have you?
No. I did read, strangely enough, a Mark Waid Superman comic, Birthright. That's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. But Mark Waid's trash, and I'm not a big Superman fan generally, as I've admitted on many occasions. Superman had a rough go of it in the 90s. I mean, obviously, Death of Superman sold 1 million comics, but you kind of have to understand, like, oops, missed him. You kind of have to understand, like, there was so much media hype around that. I mean, I remember vividly the lines wrapped around the block, wrapped around buildings to get copies of that, and every day there was a new news report about it.
John Ski says, to Earthworm Jim, you didn't build that. Barack Obama.
You didn't build that robot suit.
Gaktu says,
Oh.
Have you s-
Oh.
"Have you seen
Psychic
Vic's?
knife, bitch.
Have you seen Vic's deposition video?
No, I haven't.
He's such a Chad. Ron Soy and his whispers don't stand a chance."
The accusers are really gonna pay for this. It's really obvious. I mean, it depends though on the judge, and do not underestimate the corruption of our court system. I did my.
Why is it always the fucking judges?
I did my entire video about the stench from the bench. Don't get complacent here, guys, because judges are the biggest shitbags in our republic. The most politically active, the least principled, just absolute pieces of shit.
If we could get a link to that in the chat, please, mods.
I just want to let everyone know I took Cicero out without a leash, and he did amazing.
Yeah.
Walked by my side a majority of the time. He only went off for like 10 seconds. He did great.
Whoa. Whoop. Ah, shit.
That boy is
Couldn't get down
smart.
soon enough. Whoop. Come on.
Wolf says, "First time donation. Keep up the great work, guys." Oh, thank you, sir. And thank you for coming by. Danny numero 6
Oh,
says,
shit. Get down.
"Thoughts on Bruce Springsteen?"
All right. I fucking hate everything about Bruce Springsteen. I hate his stupid face. I hate his shitty music. I hate his politics. I hate his fake as fuck working man blue collar bullshit. This fucking millionaire motherfucker is gonna act like he's the voice of the fucking working man. Shut the fuck up.
The Neon Outlaw says, "Was planning on buying a gun before I moved. Any advice on bringing a gun to AZ from out of state, or is it easier to purchase while in Arizona?"
Oh, way easier to purchase while here. You do have to, they do run your ID and make sure you're clean or whatever, but like no criminal record. But literally you can walk into a gun store, pick out a gun, less than 10 minutes later you're walking out with the piece. Yeah, I mean, it'd be way easier to get your gun here, bro.
It's fucking Arizona.
And a much better selection as well. We have pretty good gun stores too.
We do.
I have to recommend a place, especially if you like revolvers like me, Legendary Guns in Central Phoenix. Really fucking good place. Oof.
Beyond Cynical says, "Hey guys, I'm writing a story set during the Civil War.
Whoa, shit.
From the Confederates' perspective. Any books you recommend I read first that are not biased?"
Oh, man. I haven't read a whole lot of Civil War books, so I don't know. I do like the Civil War, what I have read of it, but I'm sorry, I couldn't really recommend you. My historical period's generally a World War I, so. All right, we're down to Cyclops, Wolverine, and the Beast.
Make your selection, guys.
Oh yeah.
1 for Beast. 1 for Cyclops. 2 for Cyclops. Beast. Cyclops. Beast. 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 Beast.
Whoa.
Cyclops.
Holy
Beast.
shit.
Wolverine. Cyclops. Beast. God damn, this is even. I'm
That's
seeing a
pretty-
lot more Beast, though.
Okay, we'll go Beast.
So Beast, Cyclops, and then Wolverine.
I was glad Beast was in this. This is an original X-Man right here. He doesn't get enough love. And he was the one thing about X-Men 3 that makes that movie worth watching. Kelsey Grammer as Beast.
What a perfect.
Fucking perfect, and
I mean-
a great performance. Like, the entire reason that movie's worth watching.
Yeah.
The entire reason. Speaking of people who are gonna get Me Too'd, fucking Brett Ratner. Holy shit, what a piece of garbage that guy is.
Mercenary, I'm seeing your donations here. Just ask the questions, man. I mean,
All right, come on now. Whoa!
Just tag us in the comments and I'll see it.
Come on, bitch.
Some dude Sam says, the one problem with modern WWE is how the wrestlers break the fourth wall by doing YouTube interviews out of character.
Only one problem? I think modern WWE's got a lot more than one fucking problem. Let's be real. Jay-Z ain't got that many problems. Whoa! Fucking mines. Fuck. Let's try that again. Shoot your little laser ball bullshit. Alright. Much better. Come on, you fuck. Yikes. One more hit and he'll be dead. Boom!
No, I read that one. Nobody messes with Adam Wee. Says, evening, gents. Thoughts on George Orwell?
I mean, a socialist piece of shit, but at least he got red-pilled on the evils of socialism, too. It's kind of interesting. The guy was probably one of the most activist socialist ass munches in entertainment or in literature of his era, and yet he's also one of the best purveyors of the cautionary tale of socialism, which I find really interesting. There we go. And a pretty good writer, too, obviously.
Steven Hernandez says, He-Man. Haters want to hate. Lovers want to love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to jizz on you?
What?
The fuck?
Alright, let's see here. Boom. Whoa! Shit.
Wargame says, what do you call an all-you-can-eat buffet for a pedophile?
Chuck E. Cheese?
A school bus.
Oh. I think I like Chuck E. Cheese better, actually.
Andrew Levin
Here we
says,
go. Oh, fear the Sentinel!
Andrew Levin says, have you heard of EFAP? And would you consider going on it? I'm assuming it's a podcast.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Dark Moon Akuma would like to know, hello Razor, what are Daredevil comics you would recommend that are recent and that you might put on a future top 10 Daredevil list? Also, would you recommend
That are
the
recent?
Blade Runner graphic novels?
Daredevil Dark Knights would definitely be one of them, by Lee Weeks. He wrote and illustrated that. Lee Weeks was one of my favorite Daredevil artists back in the early 90s, late 80s. Very underrated run he had with D.G. Chichester. And incredible little graphic novel. And very religious. Lee Weeks is, I believe, a Catholic and very, very religious. So he incorporated a lot of the religious elements of the Daredevil character in there. It's a very, very good story, actually. So I'd recommend that. I would definitely recommend, especially the first couple of graphic novels of Daredevil from the Charles Soule run. I'd recommend the Supreme storyline. There's a pretty good graphic novel of that. So those would all be recommendations for me. All right, we're down to Cyclops and Wolvie.
Cyclops,
the eternal conflict.
Cyclops was next.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. And Clanger asks,
All right.
will we be seeing a Ronnie James Dio Metal Mythos anytime soon?
At some point, I'd probably do Rainbow first.
Okay.
Come on now.
Hell's Fury says, ever shot 600 Nitro Express pistol?
Fuck. you. Oh yeah, they get.
Oh, isn't that the best? I did that once with KFC. They were about to close. I ordered some chicken strips, and they gave me a whole bucket of chicken strips.
Holy shit.
And you need it.
Fuck you.
I'm just.
So, have you ever shot a 600 Nitro Express pistol?
No. Whoa, shit.
Barry Ryan says, Misa have a job now. Misa give money now.
Whoa, shit. Thank you, Jar Jar. I forgive you for the whole Death of the Republic thing.
Was his fault. Danny numero
Misa
6.
suggests we give immediately emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor. Oh, fuck.
Danny numero 6. You have
Brought
officially
knives to this fight. What the fuck?
You have officially piqued my interest
Fuck.
with the Shadow. What would be a good place to start for someone getting into it for the first time?
You know, it's kind of a bad origin story, but it's still a really good graphic novel. The Shadow Year 1 is a good one. I definitely recommend... Well, shit, I've already made a video recommending Shadow comics, but I recommend all those. The Shadow 1941, Hitler's Astrologer. I highly recommend... Oh, The Shadow Green Hornet Dark Knights. Not the best art, but a really good story.
I don't deserve this. Deserves got nothing to do with it.
So yeah, all that stuff. I recommend the 70s Shadow comic with, the Michael Kaluta, Denny O'Neil run there. And I definitely recommend, you have to get the single issues of this, but luckily they're very cheap and very easy to find. You can get them for like $1 each. And that's The Shadow Strikes, the DC Comics series from 1988, I think. Still the best Shadow comic ever published. The truest to the pulp, actually deepens the pulp mythos quite a bit. Gerard Jones did an incredible job, which is a shame because he touches kids, which is why it's not in print. He's in jail for fucking child porn. It sucks because that needs to be in graphic novel form. It is. I would recommend that to everyone. But you can still find the single issues very easily. Go to like mycomicshop.com or whatever. Nice.
All right, real quick. Tyler Preston says, Evening, gents. A few things I want to say. 1. Ultimate X-Men was crap. In fact, all of Ultimate Marvel outside of Spider-Man was shit.
Yeah.
2. Thoughts on the Devil May Cry games?
I don't like them.
3. Was there anything good from 90s comics?
Yeah. Daredevil the Man Without Fear. I mean, it's like only the greatest origin story ever. Damn, I am about to die. I don't know how I took all this damage, but where's some fucking health? Help me out here.
That's a lot of damage. And 4. Guilty pleasure video game.
A guilty pleasure video game.
Like, do you like to sit down in front of Sims and make houses? I don't know.
I do like The Sims.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's not a guilty pleasure. Those games are fantastic.
You're letting me loose?
Who doesn't like The Sims? It's a fun
I
little
like the original Sims.
Yeah, it's a fun little veg out kind of a game, you know, not thinking too hard about what you're doing, obviously, but
But personally, what would you say?
I would say The Sims is a
Okay.
good, yeah, I
right,
would
there you go.
absolutely say The Sims.
Captain Crazy
There we go. Oh, fuck.
donates 20. Thank you very much. Oops. No, Mercenary, I didn't see them.
Cyclops 1, Train 0.
I saw you say that.
They tried to
one,
run
but-
a train on Cyclops because he kept wanting to run a train on Psylocke.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, Wolvie time.
Mercenary says, I wanted to have Doug draw Earthworm Jim in a medieval supersuit. It would look awesome in Sabaton.
All right, let's see here.
Are there any drawings of Earthworm Jim in like a medieval armor or something? That would
I'm
be
sure
cool.
there are. Oh, fuck.
And Mercenary Sarah also says, I wanted to ask Doug if he could draw a T-cell earthworm gem form, his true form, of a human sperm cell. Gee, thanks. That was so worth the wait. Thanks, man. Captain Crazy donates 20. Hey guys, greetings from Oregon. Wanted to thank you for the Andy No video. I swear that the rest of the state is much more sane. The problem is that all the Californians moved to Portland.
Well, and it's
Take
the
note,
age-old
Casey.
it's
You're
the
next.
age-old problem of the urban center where they promise people free shit, and basically the Democratic Party can't lose an election there.
Yeah.
Thereafter, I mean, it literally is the exact problem the Electoral College was put in place to avoid. Not only do we still need the Electoral College, folks, we need to expand it. We really do, because the exact phenomenon the Founding Fathers were fucking terrified of and instituted the Electoral College to attempt to avoid.
Is happening.
Yeah, in other words, politicians, even in the 1700s when they set this system up, there were politicians who would simply campaign in a major city and fuck over the agricultural base. Cicero, I'm about to release a video about Marcus Tullius Cicero, and a lot of the American system, John Quincy Adams was a huge adherent of Cicero. He said something to the effect of, a moment without a Cicero book on hand is like a moment wasted, or something to that effect. Like, he was adamant about the philosophy of Cicero. And Cicero was an advocate of a three-pronged system where the three different branches of government, like the most powerful elements of each, would cancel out the worst of the other two, right? So the idea was Cicero despised the normal electorate. In fact, if he could have figured out a way to not include the so-called plebs in the electoral process, he really would have preferred to do that. His actual preferred method of government was the Senate. But as a compromise, he created a system where it was the plebs, or he helped to create a system where it was the plebs, the Senate, and the consuls, which the consuls were kind of like the president a little bit. And the American system aped that. Well, Cicero's ultimate belief, and it was almost a naive belief, was that the ultimate expression of liberty was the farmer. It was the agricultural base, because they were independent, they were creating something, they were producing something, they were out there on their own, they had to kind of protect their own, and yet they were contributing to society at the same time and serving society. Ultimately, Cicero was very big on service. The Electoral College system was specifically set up to protect the farmer. I mean, it was the farmer specifically. And there were politicians at that time who were fucking over the farmers just to continue getting elected in major urban areas. And of course, that's ridiculous, because where the fuck does the food come from, right?
This is something that's been common throughout history. You have
Absolutely.
large
It's-
cities fucking over the villagers.
And it's more of a problem now. Oh, fuck!
oh wow,
Oh,
that
that
just
was my
breaks
bad.
off.
I fucked
That's
that.
kind of bullshit.
No, I forgot about that. That was my bad. Yeah, it's more of a problem now than it was then. So if anything, the Electoral College needs to be expanded. Oh shit, I thought there was a halfway point there at least, but... Oh well. I can do this in a GIF. Oh, hello.
Beef says, did Ultimate Colossus get creepy and rapey? I didn't read any of those.
Yeah, he was, basically his only defining trait was his homosexuality after a while. Thanks, Brian K. Vaughan. Like, there was nothing to that character anymore except for being gay, which was... It's kind of an advanced... Brian K. Vaughan's Ultimate X-Men was kind of an advanced scout for everything that's going on with Marvel right now.
Letting me loose?
Luke Newcomb Movie Reviews says, thoughts on Eclipse's United single.
I didn't care for it. Eclipse has a habit of releasing their weakest song as the first single. I don't know why. They've done it every album.
Also,
I
having
thought it
been
was,
a fan
I thought it
of-
was kind of weak. But Eclipse, I'm looking forward to the new album. I'm looking way forward.
Also, having been a fan of Rageaholic cinema and Film Noir archives, I was wondering, what are some of your favorite films aside from Blade Runner and even Cobra?
Let's see.
To make it more of a challenge, things we haven't reviewed. I'll add that.
Dark City.
We have to do Dark City. It's so good.
One of my favorite movies. It's kind of cheesy and, kind of 90s or whatever, but Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is one of my favorite movies ever. Tombstone. I mean, of course, there's a lot of 80s action in there. I love Death Wish 2 and Death Wish 4. I love Immortal. I like The Great Silence as far as westerns go. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Lord of the Rings. I mean, fucking the Lord of the Rings. What the fuck? Ah! Oh, I'm fucked. That is bullshit, man.
Someone should edit the Mega Man
I know.
energy balls coming up.
God, it sucks because
Is Wolverine the hardest?
no, not at all. Not at all. Actually, I just keep fucking up that particular part. I mean, I'm having no trouble with the rest of the fucking stage. It's just
Steven Hernandez
I
says,
keep fucking up my timing on that.
did you ever play any of the X-Men Legends games? I think he's played both, actually.
Yeah, I love. I don't know about you, but I prefer X-Men Legends 2 to any of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
The only thing that got me was the cell shading art style. I hated it.
Yeah, but didn't the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance have that too?
Not that I recall. As I recall, it had a very realistic looking. Of course, that could just be my bad memory.
I think it carried over the same art style, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I could be wrong. I know Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 went with more of a realistic look. Shank my ass, will ya? Fuck you. Of course, my ultimate enemy is a fucking hole. The story of the male gender.
Thank you, Asim. Steven Hernandez, did you play... Oh, yeah, we already answered that. No Face Required says, RazörFist, welcome to Die. Thoughts on the X-Men Evolution cartoon? I was too young to watch the 90s cartoon.
Yeah, I mean... It had some cool things about it and some dumb, cringy 90s things about it. And by that, I mean, like, mid to late 90s things. You could tell they were going more for, like, the teeny bopper market sort of a thing. It was... I have a similar problem with that shitty Canadian show, Wolverine and the X-Men.
Uh-huh.
Some cool...
God, that was so stupid.
Some cool things about it, some fucking horrendous things about it. Speaking of horrendous, let's try not to die here.
Yeah.
Alright, come on. I do need that extra life now, because I keep fucking dying. Jesus. That was my problem. I kept trying to do that move, and... I don't know if it's the controller or whatever.
And no face required. It doesn't matter if you were too young to watch the 90s cartoon. You can find that shit anywhere. It's available on DVD. Pick it up, man. Those were great cartoons.
Yeah, they are all available. I don't know if they're in print on DVD, but...
Oh, you can find them, I'm sure. Chris Falcone
I
says,
have the first two seasons on DVD.
what did you think of the portrayal of Cicero in HBO's Rome?
I thought it was... I'm going to talk about it in my video, actually. By the way, the video's already recorded and edited. I'm going to put it up sometime this week.
Cool.
But,
Something to look
I
forward to, guys.
felt like they portrayed him as a little bit of a foppish kind of a conniving pussy a little bit. Like he wasn't so much ideologically driven or principally driven, which, I mean, that's a tempting syndrome with Cicero because he documented his own life so well, and the letters between him and his friend, particularly the letters between Cicero and Atticus, his friend, were, he was very candid in them, right? He didn't bullshit. He was like, well, I'm kind of doing this for political reasons, and I'm sort of doing this for political reasons. It didn't come across as conniving or shitty, but he was matter of fact about it. And I think that's kind of what they pulled that from. But to be honest, like I think he should have been portrayed as a little bit stronger. Because he was here's the thing. I think the flaw that is created by portraying him as too weak is that once Mark Antony feels the need to kill him, it makes no sense because he's been portrayed as this massive, like, politico pussy the whole time. It would have been a lot more impactful if they had gone with a slightly stronger, slightly more principled depiction, as I think is probably the case. And then it would have made a hell of a lot more sense that Mark Antony would actually want him the fuck out of the way. Mission completed by X-Men. According to the computer records we've obtained, mutants are being forced. Hey! No! Sorry about that.
Danger Powers says, just ordered a Smith & Wesson 638 airweight for my second CCP. Really excited. What kind of ammo do you carry in your revolver?
45. 45 Colt.
Henry McCormick says, when will we see a Majora's Mask stream?
And actually, it depends. It's either 45 Colt or 45 ACP, because my Ruger Blackhawk is a convertible, and my Smith & Wesson Model 25 takes both. So, Cicero. No. No.
Drop it!
How very appropriate. Cicero has been chewing on various things. Let's see.
Sorry about that. Had to go put him in doggy timeout.
Gary Wendigo.
All right,
says,
let's see. Who should tackle this stage? From here on in, I believe we all are on the same stage, but it's slightly different depending on who you play as. So I think this is the first stage with the Brood. The Brood in it.
Possibly.
So
Cyclops, Psylocke. Psylocke.
Give him a minute to
Gambit,
vote.
Gambit. Psylocke, Beast.
I don't think I've ever really tackled this with Gambit as such. Yeah, okay, let's go. It sounds like Psylocke.
Yeah, Psylocke's winning here.
Okay, let's go.
Punisher's not in this.
And he's not in his own Netflix series either.
Hi-yo! I have yet to watch the second season of that. Should I
Get over
bother?
here, bitch. Don't. It's such fucking bullshit.
Oh, Majora's Mask.
He got a fucking second season after Daredevil was fucking canceled. That is such fucking horseshit. There is no way in 9 hells Daredevil had lower viewership than Punisher. There's no fucking way. I think they probably greenlit that before Netflix were ready to shit can everything. I do know season 3 of Daredevil was like lost a ton of viewers, which will tend to happen when you wait 2 fucking years to make the new season because you're too busy doing Jessica Jones and every other fucking thing.
But Majora's Mask stream?
Yeah, I'd love to. I fucking love Majora's Mask, and you still need to play it, you prick.
And you know what? This dude has been working on Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in Unreal Engine 4. We
Yeah.
could download that and try that. Just take a look at it.
No, Majora's Mask.
It would take like 20 minutes. He's only got the whole Kokiri Forest
Oh, yeah?
and up to the Deku Tree and the
couldn't quite
first
get-
boss.
Actually, you know what? I
Completed.
could probably get that if I bounce off one of these bugs.
Yeah, I think that's the
Ah,
idea.
fuck. Nah. That ain't gonna happen. Fuck you. Yeah, get over here. Fuck you.
Gary Wendigo says, reminder, with Obama in the White House, we had the Tea Party, a reference to the actual historical event. With Trump in the White House, we have the Resistance, a reference to a shitty Star Wars movie.
Or is the Star Wars movie a reference to the shitty movement? Ah! Ah, fuck!
Snake enjoying
That
a
was
sandwich.
pure sexism.
Snake enjoying a sandwich says, "What is your favorite Tetris clone?"
Oh, favorite Tetris clone. Let's see here. I mean, I like just regular Tetris, but gosh, what do you think? Like Dr. Mario or Dr. Mario's all right. I don't know. I don't know if that would technically qualify as a Tetris clone. It's kind of its own
Robotnik's
genre.
Mean Bean Machine. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
No? Okay, fine. Fuck you all. The Loch Ness Monster donates $3.50 and says, "Are there any covers that you prefer to the original song? For example, I think Motorhead's version of Cat Scratch Fever is better than Ted Nugent's."
Oh yeah, same here. I would agree on that. Motorhead's Enter Sandman. Way better than the Metallica version.
What was the Bond theme that
are you
had
talking
the different cover that you wanted in the movie?
Oh, it wasn't a cover. It was supposed to be in the movie.
Was it the original?
Alice
or-
Cooper's Man with the Golden Gun.
Yeah.
The fucking final version they used. What's her name? Lulu or some shit?
I forget.
What's her fucking name? It sucked ass through a garden hose. It was god awful. The Alice Cooper version smokes. So much better. And I guess they got it in a little bit late.
It was Lulu. Thank you.
Like a day late or something. Like it was literally days after the deadline, and so it couldn't be in the movie.
Predator says, "Bubbles the Chimp 2020.
Ah!
Loved you since the Skyrim
Ah,
review."
fuck.
Wow, you've been with us for a while.
2012, sir. Ah, fuck! I am getting gang raped here.
I didn't know Brood were that big.
Jesus. You can take out that fucking tentacle thing, but it's like almost a
Well,
distraction.
you're almost dead.
Thanks. Aw, bitch.
Psylocke is kicking a Brood mother
Ah,
to death.
Jesus. I tried.
Rui says, "Hey, Razor, supporting the snark."
It's true. She's like one of the hard. I think she's probably the hardest person to take on the Queen Brood there with, but I have done it.
By the way, I can't use Super Chat or regular chat. My messages won't show, and it won't let me donate. Have I been banned? I don't know. I don't think so. Danny numero 6 asks, "Favorite John Carpenter movie?" For me, that's easy, but you go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it'd probably be Escape from L.A. or Prince of Darkness.
For me, it's easily The Thing. Black Dahlia Autopsy says, "Oh yeah, They Live is up there too."
Oh yeah. I always forget that's a Carpenter flick.
Hey, Fist and Friends, just wondering if you'd ever do a retrospective on Deadwood, since the movie was not so long ago. I also
Yeah.
wish you Arizona folk will, Oh, you wish us well in our fight against the San Francisco cocksuckers.
We
God
are fighting
fucking
against the San Francisco cocksuckers.
I think that's the name of their baseball team, isn't it? S Serpent 21 says, "If Bronson was a mutant."
I think San Francisco cocksucker is actually the guy in the governor's mansion in California right now.
If Bronson were a mutant, what would his name be? Wildy. What are his powers? Would the 90s ruin him? And please tell me he has feet.
No! Because Bronson did exist in the 90s, and no, it did not ruin him. It didn't kill him either. The 2000s
Bronson existed
did.
in a lot of decades.
Yes, he did. Damn! Get the fuck away from me! Jesus!
Howling Fang
Fuck!
started learning Latin.
Holy shit! Get the fuck off me, man. Holy shit.
Can you blame them for wanting the peace?
Oh, come on.
Started learning Latin.
He's got the yellow fever going on here.
Started learning Latin after your War of Rights stream. Wish me luck.
Fuck. I'm gonna use someone else. She's not very good for the stage, actually. She's pretty shit. Because she can't walk on the ceiling like Beast can, so the fucking bugs just drop on her ass. And she can't climb walls like Wolverine. I think Beast would probably be the way to go here.
Wish me luck. Other than Cicero, who else's works would you recommend reading? Godspeed.
Shit. Definitely have to, well, I mean, what, from ancient Rome? Or
Yes.
from Greece, or...
I would assume.
Ah, fuck. Here we go. The funny part is, if you were to read a lot of stuff from ancient Rome or from Greece, even in a lot of cases, even if it's not written by Cicero, a lot of times it's translated by him. So you're still kind of listening, or you're still technically reading Cicero. Let's see here. There we go. I would say...
People suggest Catullus.
I've never read any of that, so I wouldn't know. What is... starts with a T. Why am I blanking on what the fuck...
Not Theseus.
No. Not Theseus. Fuck! It's like one of the formative philosophers that the Founding Fathers read alongside Cicero, and I am blanking. Tacitus?
Tacitus.
Thank you!
People are saying Tacitus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It was right on the tip of my tongue.
S Serpent 21. Saw Hard Times. Bronson's the original One Punch Man.
Oh, it's such a fucking
It's a
good
great movie.
Such a good movie. All right.
S Serpent 21. How soon till Epstein has a quote unquote accident?
Yeah.
He's got names and he's got evidence.
Well, I think they don't need him to have an accident. Look, you wouldn't have heard about it if they weren't going to try and waft the controversy back onto Trump. That's the whole reason we're hearing about it. We wouldn't have heard one mumbling fucking word if it was going to be reserved for Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's a non-entity to them now. They can throw him to the wolves and it's no big deal. They can, give the kind of platitude defenses that they've been giving of Bill Clinton and move on and hope that Trump takes some damage from it. I don't think it's really going to work, though. The controversy of Epstein is not... It was not his conduct on the fucking jet, which Trump only rode on the jet one time, and it was because he had to hitch a ride back to New York. It actually had nothing to do with... It was the island. The island was the problem. That's where all the sex trafficking was going on. Like, the fucking jet was just how people got there.
Did you see the
So if Trump was on the jet exactly one time and never went to the island, it's an irrelevancy. It's pure distraction. There we go.
Did you see pictures of the fucking island?
No.
There's a temple on the island.
Naturally.
I'm just gonna guess it's not for God or Christ or anything.
Yeah. I bet you they've got one hell of a spirit cooking chef over there.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Imagine what they're gonna dig up on that island. There are bodies there somewhere.
Oh, man. Yeah, many of whom were about to testify about Hillary Clinton.
Speedy Sphincter donates 20. Thank you, sir.
There we go.
The NL Central is so weak. They're all going to Japanese hell for it. Cardinals hitting is non-existent. Surprised Christian Yelich is in the run for Triple Crown. But it seems that no one wants to win the division.
Yeah, it's kind of that way. I mean, the fucking Pirates are still in the hunt, for Christ's sake. The Pirates! The shit, everyone's in the hunt in that division because nobody wants to take it. The Cardinals, I think, I talked about this before. I thought the Goldschmidt trade was really good for the Cardinals. Obviously, a lot of people are pissed about Goldschmidt right now and think they were had or whatever. You weren't had, folks. He did this exact same thing last fucking year. He shit the bed for the first half of the season, and then he finished really, really strong. Like, went absolutely apeshit at the end of the season. But who knows? Maybe he won't. I'll say this. Goldie's not good in pressure situations, and I said that, like, before. When I heard that he'd been traded, I was kind of relieved. I thought Goldie was dragging down the Diamondbacks' offense a little bit, and the numbers this year kind of bear that out. The Diamondbacks have been way better offensively this year than they were last year. It's the pitching that's fucking sucked for them. So, you know, Cardinals, I think they made the mistake of putting him in pressure situations. They treated him like he was going to be the guy to carry the company, and I think he would have done better if he didn't have to be that guy. He was that guy on the Diamondbacks, and he ate shit last year because he was pretty much the only guy who was hitting. And you could see it. Like, Goldschmidt, after the 6th inning, he's pale. He looks uncomfortable. He's stiff. At the plate, his body language looks awful. He doesn't look comfortable in those situations. And I think the Cardinals made the mistake of putting that same pressure on him, but even worse. So it's mental with him. I don't think his swing's fucked up. I don't think it's because he's old. I mean, the guy's 31 or whatever the fuck. He can still swing like crazy. He's still good defensively. He's a little slower, I think. But there's nothing physically wrong with the guy. It's all mental.
Hell's Fury says, Alex Ross, overrated or justified?
No, Alex Ross is good. He is, he does use an awful lot of fucking reference.
Heathen James says, just watched your vid.
All right, what are we doing here? Actually, I don't know what the fuck stage this is, so.
Who's next, guys? Cast your vote.
See, I knew Gambit was the way to. I knew Beast was the way to go on that last one.
2 for Cyclops, Wolverine, Gambit, Cyclops, Gambit,
Okay.
Gambit.
Let's do Cyclops. I think this is is this a volcano? Is that what this is?
All right, guys. and
Oh
we'll
no,
do
this is
Gambit.
Tusk. These little pricks. No, not the shitty Kevin Smith film.
Heathen James, just watched your vid on 90s comics. Totally agree, but as you said, there were exceptions.
Yeah.
Marvel Knights, Moon Knight, my dude, and Chaos Comics, Lady Death, and the Gang will never leave my collection.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Moon Knight.
Moon Knight just doesn't do it for me. He's all over the place.
He is. He's too busy as a character, and I don't mean like he does too many things. I mean he's just got there's too much shit going on with that character. You know, he's
like that ex that has too much baggage.
He's the he's the vigilante guy, but he's also schizophrenic. But he might also be really like involved with the Egyptian gods and magic and shit. But maybe not. Maybe he's just schizo, and maybe. Any one of those things would be maybe too much for a character in terms of like an additional wrinkle as far as adding a flaw. He literally has too many flaws. That's actually the problem with Moon Knight. He's actually got too many fucking flaws. And it becomes a distraction. I think that's why his rogues gallery sucks a massive veiny chode. His rogues gallery is dick. He has to borrow Daredevil's villains. He has to borrow Spider-Man's villains. Because the writers are too busy focusing on fucking Moon Knight and all his goddamn baggage to actually create something. Oh, it's Apocalypse!
Jim Sterling in a Mankini says, Hey,
I'll breach
Razor,
your perimeter.
I asked this on your Metal Gear Solid stream, but had to go to work, and Konami happened. Have you ever played Second Sight? It's like Metal Gear Solid, but it has good story. Fun gameplay.
No, I've been recommended it, but I never did play it.
And you have psychic powers. Yeah, I believe it's made by the people who did Time Splitters.
Really? Who?
I forget their name. Is that a rare product? I don't know if it's rare or not. I don't think so. I'm sure somebody in the
Okay.
chat will tell me.
I think this is the volcano stage there. If I remember correctly.
Gambit got the biggest votes last time.
Gambit?
Free Radical, thank you. Yeah, they're awesome. Elusive Eye says, "Hey Razor, love your
He
streams,
is actually kind of shit on this stage. Ah, fuck.
but I also love watching you trash bad games. When are you going to stream another bad game like Metal Gear Solid or Thief? Maybe Splinter Cell Conviction?"
Indeed. You know, I believe I have Conviction installed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I intended to do it for a stream and then just didn't.
Oh, there you go. Stealth Creation says, "Things are getting interesting with the deportations as Marriott and
Oh,
Choice-"
fuck. Yeah, he's really bad on this stage because he doesn't have, like, a slide move.
Oh.
He really fucking sucks on this stage. Who
I'll
should
pick
I
someone
use?
who does.
I think Cyclops would probably be the way to go here.
Okay.
Because he's got the Optic Blast, too, so he can take those barricades down in, like, a second.
Things are getting interesting with deportations as Marriott and Choice refusing to service rooms for detention with ICE. Think boycott would impact them? Question mark.
Marriott?
Yeah.
It's just... It's silly because the entire thing was done for humanitarian reasons. The same people who are bitching about the detentions now are the reason the detentions are happening at all. It was the demands they made of affording people the right to, you know, contest their detainment and so forth that even required them to be held at all. And the families being split from each other is due to Operation Streamline, which was beefed up under Obama. Oh, fuck. It was beefed up under Obama and made much more tolerant as far as the undocumented immigrants. So it's just silly. It's the entire situation is the creation of people. As with most things involving fucking illegal immigration, your so-called mercy is what's creating all the goddamn suffering. You think that you're doing this tremendous service for these fucking people, and you're actually prolonging their misery. You're making Mexico worse, you're making us worse, and you're trying to turn it into a fucking wedge issue. And the sheer number of assholes who have never goddamn been to Mexico except for fucking Mai Tais on goddamn spring break boggles the goddamn mind.
The thing that pissed me off so much is when Trump rightfully called Haiti a shithole, and then what happens like a week later? Conan O'Brien posts that picture of him in Haiti at a resort and says, "I don't know what Trump's talking about. This place is awesome." Seriously. God. That is the picture of tone deaf.
Oh.
Just so stupid. And insulting, too, to people of Haiti.
What a jackass, too. What a jackass. You know, wasn't one of, like, he made his bones being a writer for The Simpsons, but there was another writer, one of the, like, formative writers of the early Simpsons shit that was really good was actually a conservative, from what I understand. Let's try Wolverine, actually.
Max Levin says, "I finally found 2 magazines with the Shadow in a Swedish comic book store this vacation. And noticed they'd translated it to the tad bit more metal name, The Black Shadow."
Really?
Interesting.
There's all kinds of weird localization shit going on with the Shadow. In France, they literally imported comics of a popular French strip character who's very similar visually to the Shadow, but nothing like him in terms of story, called Judex. So Street and Smith literally like bought the localization license or whatever and imported the Shadow comics as this character who already existed, Judex, which was pretty fucking. That's an innovative way to get around copyright issues. Just fucking buy the license and call your character one who already exists. Fuck, man.
Garrett Wilson says, "What are your guys' favorite comedy movies other than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?" I don't like modern comedies. I go with
no.
classics.
You're talking about Men in Tights.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he means Men in Tights.
Yeah.
Airplane, fucking Naked Gun. Those would be my favorites. What about you?
Of course, Spaceballs is the old standby. Blazing Saddles. The first Naked Gun and the third Naked Gun are just fucking spectacular. I mean, you have to say Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Jesus! One hit! I think I had a quarter of my health there, too?
Tio Mega Man X says Mexico is becoming socialist.
Alright, enough dividing my attention here. Let me try and not suck. What's up?
Do you want me to stop?
No,
Am I dividing your attention?
a little bit, actually.
Because we got to get through this.
I'll actually just, pause to answer some of these questions. Ah, fuck.
Okay.
Let's try that.
I'll let you get past the lava. The red hot magma. Still technically magma, because it's underground, right? That's how that works?
I guess? Liquid hot magma. No! God, fucking controls!
Can't blame that one on me.
Oh, hey, I didn't blame it on you. I'm just saying.
Yes, you did.
No, I'm just really...
I'm fucking with you. Dio Mega Man X says Mexico is becoming socialist. If that happens, please reject, expel whatever the Mexican embassy.
It's been for a while. I mean, largely socialized. That's one of the narratives, honestly, that's lost in all this is how socialistic Mexico. It's actually another kind of Venezuela situation where it's the poster child for socialism not fucking working in a lot of ways. I mean, it's not pure socialism, but they have heavily socialized their economy.
So you think it'd be safe here, right? You are, aren't you? Okay. No lava. Magma, sorry, whatever. Sorry for the gloomy note. You are all my bros, people.
Ah, damn it. Fucking.
Well, thank you for dropping by.
Let's try that.
Let the blackness roll on says, hey, Razor.
Got him.
Did you like the new Rammstein album?
I don't like any Rammstein album.
Yes, he's not a fan. Garrett Wilson donated to correct himself. I meant Robin Hood Men in Tights. Yes, man, we got that. Henry McCormick.
Which it still blows my mind that movie was written by, he got a writing credit but really didn't write the movie. Just came up with the concept of, it was Evan Chandler, the father of the Michael Jackson accuser from 1993. Which is kind of another example of that guy really being out for his own glorification. He wanted a career in Hollywood. He wanted a writing gig, and he thought Michael Jackson was going to get that for him. That's why that phone call that was recorded had him saying, I'm going to get everything I want. That was what he was referring to. He wanted a gig, writing movies.
Wow. Tio Mega Man is actually calling for the that we expel the Mexican embassy from the U.S. Jesus. Don't support socialist regime. Well, I mean, you got me there. Henry McCormick says, with what you just said about the Electoral College, do you see a way to, to establish
I can't remember what the fuck you do to this asshole.
And taking on Apocalypse by yourself?
And he's not easy. What do you fucking do again? I think you have to, jump as soon as he teleports. Literally,
Oh
I
my
haven't
God.
done this since I was in fucking 5th grade or whatever. Got him.
Crash upon him and be broken.
Got him.
I'll hold the question for
Ah!
now.
That did nothing. Ah! God damn it.
Damn.
What the fuck are you supposed to do?
Almost there, too.
Who would be best for that? Actually, I think Wolverine would be the best for
Yeah,
that.
you got pretty far there.
That's brutal. And there's no halfway point.
Yeah, no checkpoint.
None.
No, he is not an SNK boss. Nothing will ever beat Rupal.
He's not that... I mean, there is a method to it. You can beat him. Come on. There we go. There we go. Let's get over here. Oh, come on, you shank-happy fagaloon. Yeah! Little Wolverine Shoryuken there. Oof.
Henry McCormick, with what you just said about the Electoral College, do you see a way to establish it on a state level? As a rural New Yorker, I can't stand New York City's politics.
You know, that's honestly the way forward is some... I don't know if you could do a pure electoral college on the state level, but something to give the rural areas more representation. I mean, that would really bring a lot of these problems in harness, because the truth is, you know, the states originally were supposed to be kind of countries unto themselves, right? That's becoming more the case and less the case simultaneously. But here's the thing, if all of these states are countries unto themselves, well, the country at large has an electoral college system, so why don't the states themselves have it? Of course, the Democratic Party in these states would go kicking and screaming, so I don't see it happening, but it would ameliorate a lot of these problems. Oh, that's nice from off fucking screen.
Also, I always hate all these games with Wolverine in it, and he doesn't regen health.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I know of one game, the X-Men Origins game.
Well,
with
blaze
Wolverine.
through these fucking questions, because that's the only reason we're playing this anyway.
Yeah, I actually was going to suggest that we stop and just answer the last handful that we have.
How many do we have?
Like 5 or 8.
All right. Are you kidding me with this?
Speedy Sphincter,
God,
thoughts
take
on
some
Missouri's
damage.
non-existent gun laws.
Whose?
Missouri's.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. He
They
just said-
do have gun laws in Missouri, actually quite stringent ones. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, maybe he was being sarcastic. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I guess.
Non-Vitae Rex, it's movie night, and you're looking for some action. Not that kind. What are your go-to action movies? Oh, God. Cobra, Commando,
Yeah.
Predator.
Hard Target,
Out for Justice.
Above the Law. Why does it say dang?
I don't know. Hard Target is so good, too.
Hard Target is fucking glorious. I mean, Van Damme in a mullet strangling snakes, that's not as bad as it sounds.
RoboCop, yeah.
And I think it's got to be the only Van Damme flick where he doesn't find a way to show us his ass. That's nice.
Though Cyborg was really good. No, not Cyborg.
I mean,
I'm
Van
thinking
Damme.
of Universal Soldier.
Van Damme basically co-edited that film. It's funny. They had an original cut of the film that was just total dog shit. Like, it was slow and boring and incoherent, and like it just didn't work. And so they went back to, like, they were totally fucked. They're just like, this movie is gonna bomb. This is gonna be awful. And it was really long too. So they literally approached Van Damme and were like, what would you do with this? And he's like, kung fu fist fights.
Okay.
So they re-edited the film to have more fucking fight scenes and shit, and it became Cyborg.
Enter the Fray says, jumping on that question from before about covers compared to the originals, what do you think about Pantera's Planet Caravan over Sabbath's?
Oh my god, you think that's going fast enough? Jesus! Holy hell! I've never heard Pantera's Planet Caravan. I know I don't care for Pantera after the year 1989, so...
And we're coming up on the last couple here. Eyes of the Wolf says, thoughts on the vote to ban the Pledge of Allegiance in Minnesota, and any advice on how I can convince how dangerous this is to my blue-pilled friends.
Here's the hilarious part about that. The Pledge of Allegiance, I don't know if you're aware of this, was reverse fucking engineered. Did you know this?
No.
It was instituted by a socialist in the late 19th century who was adamant about he wanted us to declare allegiance to the state itself.
Ooh.
Later on, I think under Eisenhower, if I'm correct on this, I think it was Eisenhower, they added the under God to it. And they specifically did that because the intent of it was to not include God. Like, they specifically wanted not to include God in this at all, because you're not pledging allegiance. You're essentially, it was like an oath of allegiance. It was like a creepy kind of cultish sort of, like, read the original pledge. It was really odd. But basically, as the years went on, they created this situation where you were literally standing up and saluting the flag and saluting God at the same time. It essentially became the exact opposite of what the guy intended for it to be. So this is it's kind of hilarious that they want to ban the Pledge of Allegiance because it's technically a self-own. It's like Minnesota is basically fucking over themselves in a roundabout kind of way. God almighty, motherfucker. That is... He really likes those spikes, don't he?
Liberty Prime.
Yeah,
Glad I'm not the only one who notices the strange connection between lefty globalists and the occult. More like Wiccans and Baal worshippers. Yeah, what is this whole thing with, like, Moloch and shit? Have you seen that stuff? That weird stuff? Like, who's the gay CNN guy with the white hair? I forget his name.
Glanderson Pooper.
Anderson. There's a creepy picture of his mom when he was like a little kid. His mom and him on the bed, and above the bed on the headboard is fucking Moloch.
What?
Yeah. It's really weird.
And they are Vanderbilts.
Oh, God.
I don't know about that one.
Last few here. The airplane donates $1. Doesn't say anything, but thank you. Howling Warwolf says, what did you think of Tomonobu Itagaki?
Tomonobu Itagaki?
Yeah.
Hold on. I know the name. I need to refresh my memory. Oh! Dead or Alive guy. I think he's great. I think he's fucking great.
Oh, that Itagaki.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've been a fan of Itagaki for years, and I like Dead or Alive generally.
Does he? I don't think he works on Dead or Alive anymore.
He's pretty much retired.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I understand, he is basically done with the gaming industry, the AAA gaming industry, anyways.
Airplane says, "I shan't allow anyone to come last, but I." And then
he does have cheeks like pitted marble, though.
Yeah, they call him
fuck?
oatmeal face.
Yeah.
It's
He's got the Morgan Freeman thing going on.
It's sad, but Northern Jackalope says, Razor, did you ever see the new Blade Runner? Oh my God, where have you been? I know you hate it. However, did you actually see it? Thoughts? Well, I mean,
fuck are you even talking about? I reviewed it as soon as I saw it. Yes, unfortunately.
Okay. Debonair Nerd. Wrong again, Airplane. Rename yourself to Hindenburg. And then Airplane says, I can't rename. Google is an F-bag who eats dicks. And he was the last one.
I'm not a pedophile. I don't want to fuck kids like you F-heads.
And I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Debonair Nerd. Like your thinly veiled attempts at narcissism.
Narcissism? Punk?
Narcissism.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He's talking to... And the Airplane donates again. Last. Guys, you don't have to fight for to be last.
You do, yeah, no shit.
Quick, end it before.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh, no, wait. No, he didn't. Okay, quick,
No.
end it.
We'll end it before this game of brinksmanship goes any farther. Folks, you are the shit. We had a lot of fun until we hit the Great Wall of Apocalypse. But, you know, his name's Apocalypse. It's apropos on some level. Gang, for T-Boogie and Cicero, who is still in timeout, and Miss Eve, I am RazörFist.
Oh my God.
Jim Sterling and a Mankini says last. Stealth Creation says finally, period, last. God fucking speed.